Yo, Kpaceguy here, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, and today I have a pretty cool topic for you guys to kind of engage with me. And I have a little bit of an opinion on this matter because I have both types of subs in my home, but I want to know what your thoughts are. So definitely leave me some comments down below throughout this video. The conversation, the topic today is DIY subs versus, you know, your more traditional store-bought, factory-configured subwoofers, like your Rythmiks and your SVSs and your Klipsch. Ones you can buy from a store or online, right? What are the benefits of one over the other? What's some of the negative drawbacks that I've experienced with mine? To give you some little bit of, I guess, background on my home theater if you're new, I have 3 subwoofers inside this 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment, okay? And a lot of you guys think I'm crazy for it. I'll make a video on how I pulled it off. But I have 3 subwoofers, and none of them are the same, necessarily. I have one Definitive Technology DN10 subwoofer that sits in the front between my left speaker and my center channel, and it does wonders for my room. It's a sealed subwoofer, 10-inch subwoofer in the front with 2 10-inch passive radiators on the sides. I think it's like 250 watts RMS, 500 peak, and it's a really good sub, especially for a room like this one. Partnering with it is a DIY sub. It has 2 15 Dayton Ultimax inside a sealed box. They're rated 500 watts RMS, 1000 watts peak, but I actually have them on a 2000 watt RMS amplifier, and they love it. It's great. Have them wired down to, I think, 2 ohms or 1, I can't remember, but we're getting all the juice that I need. And so it is in a sealed box, and it is a massive performer. And the inspiration from that DIY sub came from sub number 3, and that is my Rythmik G25 HP. This is a dual opposed subwoofer as well, so completely sealed, has the servo technology within it. It is 900 watts RMS to both drivers for a total sum of 1800 watts RMS. And so this thing is an absolute beast in this little small home theater room that I call my living room. And I love it. It is fantastic. So I have 3 different subs. The Rythmik sub and my DIY Rythmik sub that I call Rythmimic because I mimic the design of the Rythmik. This is hard to say. I made this DIY sub about a couple months ago, and the plan was to mimic everything that Rythmik did with their G25 HP. I called up Enrico and his boys on the phone. I said, yo, I am looking to literally copy your engineering on your subwoofer. What did you do to the box? What's inside? What is it tuned to? Blah, 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 right? And I designed mine spec-wise to still, you know, meet the requirements of the Ultimax, but still mimic the design of the Rythmik. So it's just about the same size. It is the same height. It is the same length. It uses 15-inch subs just like the Rythmik. It's sealed and it's dual opposed, so everything is the same. I even went down to the bracing inside and I designed the bracing exactly the same as the Rythmik, and the Rythmik has some acoustic foam inside to help lower cabinet resonances and standing waves. I even did that inside my box. And so it is darn near the same subwoofer minus the servo technology. And it sounds very similar to each other. What are the benefits of a DIY sub versus, you know, something like a Rythmik? Well, it cost me a lot less. I bought my Rythmik sub for $2,700, and I can no longer do that right now because, one, the price is now $2,900 and it is sold out. So I can't even buy another one right now. The Rythmik, or excuse me, the Rythmimic, the Ultimax, cost me probably just a little bit over, I don't know, 800 bucks to build. And my amplifier, the Crown that I'm using, it was another 500 something dollars. So it was maybe, let's just say 1,500 bucks for the Dayton Ultimax build versus $2,700 for the Rythmik. And so that's the big benefit right there. It's just the cost. That's half the price. And I have almost every bit of the performance minus the servo technology built into the amplifier on the Rythmik. Now, there's some more benefits to this. I can build it to however I need it for my room. I can take the materials, I can make a small sub, I can make a big sub, a medium sub, I can make multiple subs and they all be the same. I can use whatever drivers, I can exchange the drivers for something else. If I ever want to upgrade to a different subwoofer, well, I can literally take out those drivers and put in a better 15-inch sub. as long as it meets the size requirements of my box, right? And then I can up my power. So I can keep my box and change my drivers and have a new sub, right? You can't do that with the Rythmik necessarily because it's made to be paired together. So that's another benefit. Upgradability. You can do it whenever. You can just build another one, right? Now there's some drawbacks that I've had. I don't have, you know, that servo technology in this case like I do in the Rythmik, right? So I can't dial it in the way that I want to like I can with the Rythmik necessarily. I kind of can with like Room EQ Wizard or my Anthem processor, but I can't do exactly what I can do with the Rythmik. I also honestly don't mind it now, but I really don't like having external amplification. It's one more amplifier that I have to have in my rack. I'd rather have it on the sub itself, but I've gotten used to it over time. But I have a long wire that's kind of wrapped around my room to meet the sub because my sub is wired to the amplifier. My amplifier is across the room from the sub. So that's kind of a pain, but you get used to it. I mean, you have a subwoofer cable anyway, but I use wireless adapters on my subs anyway, so But that's just my kind of personal preference. But there are a lot more benefits to DIY subs. Like I said, you can build it whenever you want to. You can build 1, 3, 5. You can, you know, pick your power, pick your drivers. What performance are you looking for? You can make it exactly what you need it to do. You can make 2 big ones and 1 small one to put behind the couch, right? You don't have to worry about shipping or anything like that. You can go to Lowe's right now and build it. If you're handy with your tools, build it. If you're handy with box tuning and frequency tuning and stuff like that, you can build it, right? And you can paint it whatever color you want. Make it look whatever color you want to. Whatever fabric, it's great. I love it. So there are some really nice benefits, but the big thing is just the cost and how close to performance you can get or better than some of these big box brands. And so for me, I've contemplated maybe building some more subs, maybe getting another Dayton Ultimax subwoofer and having 2 of those and maybe getting rid of the definitive technology that I have. So there's a lot of really cool benefits to having subs like this, but there are some drawbacks. Most of us can't build a subwoofer box. Most of us don't know port tuning. If we want it ported, what do we tune it to? How many ports do I need? How long should the port be? How big should the port be? What tuning should I use in my room? There's a lot of science that goes into building stuff like that I personally I'm not good at. I have my box built, so there's some drawbacks to it as well. But I think there's more perks than not. So I don't know. It's up for it's definitely something I want to have a discussion about in the comment section down below. I love my Rythmik sub. I love my Dayton Ultimax sub. I won't get rid of either or. It costs me a lot less to have the Dayton Ultimax, but the accessibility of Rythmik, I can just go to their website, click buy now, and it's here in about 3 or 4 days. That's great. I know it's going to work. I know what performance I'm going to get out of it. I know what to expect out of it. And so it never fails me. And eventually they'll have more in stock and I can buy 2 or 3 more if I want to, right? And so it'll always be, you know, where I want it to be when I want to have it. And so that's kind of the benefit of it too. You know what you're going to get. You know where your money's going. With the Ultimax, whatever, it could have been built wrong. I could have messed up. I could have blew something. You got to make sure you get your ohms, your impedance correct. So there's a lot that goes into it. So leave me a comment down below and let me know what you guys think. DIY subs versus, you know, Rythmik subs or clip subs, your big box brands, SVS, blah, blah, blah. Which one's better in your opinion? Which one would you go for? If building a sub wasn't a problem, right? Let's take that factor out. If you could obtain a DIY sub with no problem, which one would you get? Would you build your own or would you buy one from the internet? Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Hit that like button and subscribe if you are not already. We will see you guys in the next video. Kpaceguy out. Peace.
Say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down.